That is actually a really important thing. See, the thing with the Gen Z stairs, it's not actually Gen Z universal. That's just sort of the nickname it's got because, I mean, people still think 12-year-olds are millennials. But really, where I see this the most, and I've kind of like really unpacked it a lot over the last few weeks trying to figure it out. Even before it became a thing, I was trying to figure out what happened to these kids because I had such a rough school year with these kids. I noticed such a dramatic shift in their personalities and behaviors, and that shift seemed evident in the junior class under them, 10th grade, 9th grade underneath. I have friends that teach elementary school, I have friends that teach middle school, and they've all been saying similar things. So I've actually kind of pegged this as children born between 2006, which would have made them freshmen in high school, or about to be freshmen in high school when the pandemic hit, and then between 2006 and 2016. Because if they were born in 2016, that means when the pandemic hit, they were like 4 years old. That's when they would have normally been starting their like preschool, pre-K programs. That's where kids learn a lot of their socialization and like, normal how to talk to people skills. Thereafter, it would have been their starting kindergarten online. So their early formative elementary school years were shifted. Beyond that, say like the 2010 kids. So if you were born in 2010, that means you were 10 years old when the pandemic hit. That means you're either leaving 5th grade and going into 6th grade, starting your middle school years all fucked up. And those kids, okay, so like 2010 to 2000 and whatever, I can't think of the age right now. If you spent your entire middle school years affected by COVID, like if your 6th grade year was like online because of it, then your 7th grade, or like your 6th grade year got interrupted at spring break, your 7th grade year was completely online because of COVID, and your 8th grade year was that half and half, kids are coming back to school, but attendance is optional. That means that your middle grade education, those 3 years of kids they have no respect for how school works whatsoever, right? The same is true for like the kids born in like 2009, or maybe not that. Like if you were an 8th grader when COVID hit, that means you started high school online, and that fucked up your whole understanding of that transition. So there are going to be like transitional pockets of these generations, and it's not going to stick with Gen Z because those like 2016 babies, those are Gen Alpha babies. So remember, the generations as they're picked now are very arbitrary, but once upon a long ago, they actually represented cultural like markers. So my feeling is that they're going to either have to or should go back and like recalculate Gen Z to end in 2006 and recalculate Gen Alpha to start in 2007 and kind of go from there, because that is where you're going to start to see the major cultural shifts in how students behave and interact with each other.